Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about the Twixt and Tween problem for leaders. Za eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 7th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, Training de Okane o Mura ni suru wa yamemashou, and all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and, even better, thrive in business. 1. Sell more and do it more easily. 2. Exceed your targets. In fact, blow up your targets. 3. Make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 335, and today we're talking about how can the player coach sales leader manage the Twixt and Tween problem. You've done an excellent job as a salesperson, hitting your numbers and getting a strong reputation as a producer. The big bosses like the cut of your jib. Decided they will promote you into the role of player coach to lead the sales team. No training is provided, of course. It is assumed that as you know how to get results, you can sprinkle your pixie dust on the rest of the crew and clone those good outcomes. The first thing you discover is what made you awesome is different to what will work for the rest of the team. Do what I do. Sounds highly reasonable, except they are not you. And it doesn't seem to work for them. You have your own clients too, so you are pretty busy trying to get the revenues in the door. The amount of time you have to spend leading the sales team is limited. They keep producing at the same rate. You now have a lot of non-sales stuff to get done as well, and your workload seems to keep going up. The annual targets keep going up too, and in 2 years' time, you find yourself fired because your team didn't get to their number. You are held accountable, and so you are replaced. The same cycle then kicks in again for your successor. None of the big bosses lost their job, by the way. You found you were stuck between your role as a leader and your role as a producer. You found you were Twixt and Tween, two contesting goals. So what is the sales leader's job then when you have your own targets? Leverage is the key to success here. If we can help our team members be more successful, then we'll be able to hit the team target. We absolutely need to provide opportunities for training the crew. It could be formal training aimed at substantially raising sales capability and technique, or something simpler. By the way, the time to ask for a training budget is when the bosses first offer you the job. This is the moment of the most influence with the training budgeting decision. Having sales training professionals come in substantially speeds up the process and in the long run saves you a lot of time and effort. Once you start the job, you may find the hierarchy just expects you to get on with it, and they are not prepared to financially support your success. They are in the harvest rather than the invest mode. So push them hard to support your success. The worst result is they don't agree. You turn down the job and they put someone else in that role. You will just keep producing and getting paid well for doing so. In 2 years' time, the job will be available again. However, if you still want to take the offer and step up, even if you are unsuccessful getting any training budget out of them, there are still some things you can do. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs, as well as we do them in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. On the 12th of April, we're doing our Dale Carnegie course. This tackles some interesting combinations of things. It's got stress management elements to it. And if you think about it, and we hear this from our participants, when you're stressed, your productivity suffers. So if you can eliminate that, your productivity is going to go up. Life gets easier, work gets done much better, faster, easier, all good. Another one is persuasion power. Being able to frame things concisely and powerfully so that people get your message, and not only get your message, they follow your recommendation or your suggestion or your lead. That's very powerful. And leadership too. How to have that combination of things that people want to follow you. You're the type of person they want to follow. Not because you got the title, not because you got the badge, I'm the leader, follow me. They want to follow you. How do you get to that stage? That's what this course helps with. And also, of course, people. Getting on with people. And getting on with people who are not like you. People who are like you, easy peasy. It's the people who are not like you. That's where the hard part comes in. This is where this course helps you. The other thing this course does is it helps us with dealing with change, adjusting to change, altering our behavior, changing our patterns, introducing new habits, replacing old habits. All easy to say, not easy to do. This course helps with that. On the 20th of April, we'll be doing high-impact presentations, 2 instructors, 2 days, everything videoed, phenomenal program, massive change, massive coaching, massive feedback, massive improvement. You learn all the structures you need to know. You have plenty of delivery practice with coaching. You will come in one end, go out the other end, completely changed. Completely changed. I'll say that again. Completely improved, changed. You will be on fire at the end, and you'll know it because you'll be looking at the video and you can see it yourself. 2 different people from day 1, day 2. Tremendous program. Go to our website at www.dale, D-A-L-E, -Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small and medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Terebi Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. You personally may have benefited from the stars aligning for you in sales, and you may have never had any training either. As a leader, you need to study sales and understand the basics. Your personal flair or talent, no doubt, will not have been sprinkled across the team, and they need to absorb the basics. To do that, you need to master the basics first yourself, so that you can educate yourself to be able to teach them. Have everyone read an excellent tome on selling and form a type of reading club. This is a cheap and good idea. It gets everyone on the same page and it creates a common vocabulary of sales. This will make the communication of concepts and practices much more effective. You will have a number of critical points to check on to see if they are doing their sales role professionally. Will also assist to align the direction of the team. Role plays at the start of the day to practice on each other are a vastly better idea than letting salespeople practice on the clients. These role plays need to be supervised, however, and the salespeople need feedback in order to improve. Tell them what they are doing that is good, and then tell them how they can make it even better. This type of positive feedback is vastly superior to criticizing people. If you ignore this advice and you prefer to critique your people, you will find you're either driving up their resistance to you or driving down their confidence to do the job. Visits with the salespeople to their clients to watch them in action are also a good practice. Obviously, there is a limit to this because of the time involved, but from time to time, this is a good idea. In this way, you find out their issues, and after meeting the client together, you can give them good, better coaching feedback to help them improve. The temptation is to see all of this as taking time away from your own sales. That is true, but if we understand the leverage, then we can trade our time for bigger, scalable results. If we have 10 people in our team working 8 hours each, they collectively put in 80 hours a day. As a group, they will always be able to sustain the work hours being put in compared to what we, as an individual, can do. How many 24-hour workdays do you think you will get through before you start to have major psychological and physical issues? If we can get their 80 hours a day working well, then the scale capacity comes into our favour. It will justify the time we give up for them in multiples of revenue return. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, moolah, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.